Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's a brand new show starting in. Let's get inside and check it all out. Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's. All right, now let me tell you, there are Georgia Bulldog fans and then there are Georgia Bulldog fans. Now we got with this gentleman, you're fixing to see what we did in his basement. Between his awesome mindset and our guys getting together for the audio and video, this theater, I don't know if you call it that, this stadium is incredible. This right here is a Georgia Bulldog lovers absolute Hall of Fame, if you want to call it that. Let me start with this right here. This is the AstroTurf. This is the same company that does the AstroTurf, like the Georgia Dome and like the Final Four flooring and stuff. They're called CBA Sports out of Atlanta. And then this company, Precision Jet, actually cuts all this stuff in with high pressure water. It's all kind of crazy rocket science, but that's got nothing to do with us. But this gentleman basically said, I need a killer theater to go with my absolute mock-up of what the Georgia Bulldogs are all about. 110-inch Dragonfly screens you see here. Now, this is with the lights on, if you can tell. By the way, with the lights on, if you see, he put red felt in between the black tube eyes that go all the way down here from the floor supports, so you wouldn't have to bring the ceiling down, which I think is just absolutely a masterpiece. Now, 110-inch screen. This is Sony's 40ES. I've talked about this projector. I'm in love with this projector. I own this projector. Sound-wise, I'm going to give you a little sound bite. Check this out. I actually started this play on purpose.
Mason fires a slant. Got him. Mitchell, touchdown.
See, what's cool about it is it's a full theater, so it's not just for football games. And these are Clips reference speakers. It's the best speaker they make. In the back right here, because we don't have a ceiling to mount it in, we flushed them in, he boxed them in for us, and we can still stay with the reference series of Clip speakers. The reason I'm talking so loud is because it sounds so awesome. Now, we did Yamaha power amplifier, we did our URC remote control, which operates all the product even though it's behind closed doors. And the coolest part about this whole thing is he has 1,000 watts of power. He has a 500 watt 12-inch sub, because guess what? When you're on a concrete floor, you have to double up on your power. There's my first bit of advice when you're designing a theater downstairs, because the concrete soaks up the sound. So with this, we have tremendous amount of sound coming from the front, from the back, and then we got our sub over here in the corner, and you hear it. I mean, it is completely nuts how that sounds. You hear it moving around, you hear the crowd going crazy. This is the way it's done, folks. Now, let's talk about pricing. When you get into the Clips family, they're going to be anywhere from $100 and up. Now, that depends on which ones you choose. Those are not $100. However, for the $300 to $400 area, you can get the best speaker made. And listen to this. They have a lifetime warranty. I've said that to you 1,000 times. You'll never buy another one. Even if you just run the heck out of it and you tear it up, which I've never had one tear up, but if you do, they'll give you a brand new one. The subwoofers come with a 2-year warranty in-house. I rarely do I serve one, have to do any kind of service on one unless it gets like a lightning pop or something like that. The remote controls, we come in and program for you. You don't pay a fee for calibration. There's a company that's a big box store that charges $300 to calibrate a theater that you bought from them. We don't charge for that. We do it. It's part of the service with Ken. So, end of the day, this guy's idea is without flaw. Georgia Bulldog, Sony, Yamaha, Clips, Ken's. Awesome. All right, now Rockford Fosgate is having their once a year Big Daddy sales, what I call it, where everything is just amazing deals. Now, to give you an idea what kind of deals, their 15-inch subs are $159 right now. Look at the workmanship of these things. This is absolutely insane. 600 watts of power, 159 bucks for you guys that want the big boy boom. Base packages are starting, listen to this, look at this. Base package starting at $379. You get a 10-inch sub, vented box, amplifier, all the cables, and we install it for free. Here's what's cool. End of the day, when you get something put in by us, when I say warranty, it's not like you come in and there's some weird fee. If you blow it, tear it up, or if it just tears up on its own, which is super rare for anything that has Rockford Fosgate's name on it, they swap it out at no charge to you, and you don't have to wait. We don't send it off to nowhere.com. We swap it out of our inventory and give you a new one. So if you have a problem, you're never without your base, because I can't be without base. Now, another thing you need to keep in mind is, in our world is, Quantum Audio is a very big brand for us now. Quantum Audio builds huge, powerful product for very little money, and I'll give you an idea. This is their 5,000 watt 15-inch sub that was on last month's show, and we have done so many of these. It comes with a vented box, a 15-inch 5,000 watt, 5,000 watt amplifier, a 4-gauge power kit, and we install it. It's $579, and it's got a year warranty right out of the gate. Here's the cool thing about this brand. When it comes to this brand, we're the only authorized warranty station for this brand, which that means it's not like you can't buy it somewhere, you just can't get it fixed somewhere else without buying it from Ken's. Now, double 15 package is starting at $7.99 with the amplifier. It comes with the bass knob, comes with the cables, and these Rhino line boxes are so nice, they just do so well, but they pound, pound, pound. So when you come into the Macon or the Warner Robins Superstore, just know that these bass packages, I mean, anywhere from $300 and up, and a year warranty in-house, and you just run the mess out of it. You can't tear it up, and if you do, who cares? They'll give you a brand new one. Awesome. All right, let me tell you, again, Sony, they're such innovators. What they have done with this new 4K set is they called us and said, look, do you guys want our thin TVs? And we were like, well, y'all's TVs are already like, you know, less than 2 inches thick. And they go, no, no, the thin TVs. So this is the new, look at this color. This is incredible. Let me tell you about motion flow. You know how most people are doing motion flow around 240 hertz motion flow? This is 1,440. 1440 motion flow. The average for the whole industry is 120. This is 10 times that. Now, picture's perfect. I love the beadless, the bevel-less seed right here. A bead, if you want to call it that. I don't know what they call it, but it's perfect. But wait till you see how thin this thing, look. This is a nickel. Check this out. Here you go. David, come around the side and show them that. That's a nickel. So basically, Sony has once again knocked it out of the park. So just to give you an idea how 4K is so awesome. Now, look at this. Clarity is amazing. Anyway, it goes all the way down from 43 all the way up to 75, because I showed you the 75 on the last show, if you remember. They still make this new 900 series, but it's called a 930 and 940, and it comes with the advanced audio system built in, but it comes with a free subwoofer that connects through Bluetooth, which I think is super cool. It is a full smart panel, and these new remote controls, they're Bluetooth. You don't have to aim them. Check this out. So whatever I want to do, if I want to pull up the menu, there it is. So now you've got a way to watch all of your movies. You've got a way to watch, and it's touch. Look at that. You don't have to push anything, isn't that just crazy? And this is awesome. You just go right back to your TV, and why would you not? Look how perfect. So it's got all of the apps. How many apps? Hundreds and hundreds of apps built in. The sound quality is very good, even on the one that is nickel deep. They make a sound bar that's perfectly made for this as well. That's going to start anywhere from about $350 and up. So when you come in, bring your own nickel if you want to. Oh, guess what? It does still hang on the wall. So there is a way to mount brackets to this. Is that nuts? So go into the Macon or to the Warner Robins Superstore. I got no interest financing for 2 years right now with Sony. And look at these new panels, because 4K don't play. Has a rhyme. I love it. All right, I am in KB's in downtown Macon. I am telling you, it is incredible what they let us do in this. This is upstairs. Now, what you need to know about this, and the reason that sounds so good, I'll just turn it down a little bit. We put Yamaha speakers, we built them in kind of a W configuration here to fill it up. And what he told me was he had Nike and he had Reebok and Adidas and all these guys. And what happened was they basically said, you need to up your game so that it fits who we are as a brand. So he ripped all this out. This is upstairs now at KB's in downtown Macon and made this. Look, I feel like I'm in the gigantic Nike store up there at Lenox. That's what this feels like. It's amazing. Now, we have huge power. 400 watts of power just in this one room. 4 Yamaha speakers firing in different directions. It is so incredible. We didn't wear the kind of match. Now, in these buildings downtown, they're 100 years old. You don't have a way to hide a lot of wires, so you have to kind of conceal with what you conceal. And boy, did my men do it right. What a fantastic setup. And you hear the sound quality is absolutely insane. Listen to that. Right, so it fills up the building. Now, that's cool. We got one remote control that controls the volume up and down. Now, you also get to control all the music from a smart device like they have an Apple phone that stays up here, an iPhone that stays up here, but you can use any type because we have Sonos in here so they can stream music and stuff like that. Now, that being said, he said, Michael, I need something with a little bit of a wow factor. So he had this Nike symbol painted on the wall. And he said, what if we could have film on the Nike symbol? Well, of course you can have whatever you dream from Ken's. Of course you can have film showing on the Nike symbol. Check that out. That is not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5, but 6,000 lumens of brightness, which is why you can have all of this light at KB's in downtown Macon. Bada bing, bada bang. Look how compact the projector is, nice and clean. Now, what's cool about it is you can walk right over here to your remote control. I've got a device that says Apple. I got a device that says Sonos. I can say, hey, I want to run back over to Apple. And there is my film footage being played. I got all the volume I want. so he can have all this cool, anything that has to do with sports and Nike showing on the wall at all times, and you can have the sound of what's being streamed, or you can just have the video picture of what's being streamed and flip it back over to your music. So I can fire it right back over. Now I got my music, but I can keep this streaming. With the Apple device, he can stream anything, anytime he wants from here. We have all the stuff tucked into a closet back here that's just hidden away. That's why it's out of sight, out of mind, and nobody can tinker and tamper with it, right? What you have to realize is these buildings were built almost before televisions. Probably this particular one is before television. So there's no HD. Nobody ever thought about running cables. Nobody thought about having high def or even internet in these buildings. So what we do, what those guys do, is they come in and they go through this whole building. You ought to have seen my guys. They took an hour and a half of design and plan of just how to get cables back into that room and it not be some crazy eyesore, and to have a 1080 picture that size and sitting here streaming off of your internet. And here's something else that's cool is they have Cox cable in here, and the speed was good but not great. We called Cox cable, and about 2.5 seconds later they bumped us up into this heavy streaming, and so from his business account he can now stream video, he can stream audio, and still run 8 computers downstairs and do all of his business at the same time. They're very accommodating, that Cox cable. So at the end of the day, I just want you to know HD is a must, and we can put it obviously anywhere. When it comes to shoes, I'm a shoe freak, and so are my kids, and I will let you know I love buying local, and my friend, this is local. Awesome. All right, here's what is awesome. We are doing HD surveillance cameras. If you know, I've told you we've been doing a lot of churches based on the facts that some things that happen up there in North Carolina area. And here's the deal. You cannot put a price on security, but it has gotten so affordable, you can't even put that statement with it. Now, I want to show you how detailed these cameras are now. This is a system that's inside our own place here, but check this out. Watch this. Look at this detail. That is, you can almost read the VIN number on that right there. Look how clean our bay is. That's awesome. Now, coming back out of this, look at the detail, right? You want to know who's at your counter? I mean, look at this. That's Tony. We call him Tony the Tiger, but look at the detail. Everything you can see even down to the scratches on my floor right there. Absolutely insane. Check this out. Watch. Let's look outside. Look at that detail. I mean, you know, a lot of these films, a lot of times you get the recordings back, you can't even tell what kind of car it was. It's just like it was either a white car or a dark colored car. But I mean, that's obviously a Scion. That's obviously a Hyundai. I mean, look at this. You go all the way down. That's obviously a Ford. There's a Dodge truck. But look how far it sees. What is that? That's the Macon Mall. You know, that's a 1/4 mile away. All right, so they record, what they do is, it has a 4 terabyte hard drive, and what that means to you is, this thing will record like a month before it even takes over the first day, and you can transfer it over to like a thumb drive or USB, and you can transfer it over to a disk if you choose to. When we install it, okay, you get a 2-year warranty right out of the gate. 2-year warranty. So this is a 16-channel DVR, and these are my openings right here. And what is so cool is 2-year warranty. So if you have a problem with the product, you call us for 2 years. We don't even charge for the drive out to do anything. No trip charge, no nothing. And what's cool is this is 1080p, and it works in day and night. So when you call us, I'll come out and do the estimate for your business or your home or whatever you're doing. We do a lot of restaurants. But what's cool is this is the detail. For the first time, it's finally not a Bigfoot video. You can actually see the detail and know what's going on with your investment. Awesome. All right, at my music store in Macon, you know, it's right by the Macon Mall across from the Olive Garden, kind of give you an idea where we are. This is the original store that my dad built. It used to be the stereo store, but that don't mean anything to you. When you come to the music store, we have a wall, I mean an absolute wall full of strings and accessories, and I've moved it from the back of the store to the front because there's so many folks that come in and buy, and I feel like it'd just be more convenient to come in, hey, let me get 2 of those and 3 of those and 6 of those and all that kind of stuff. So when you come in, just get with these guys, and here's the deal. They'll set the guitar up for you. They'll tune the guitar for you when you buy strings from us, which I think is such a blessing. So when you come out here, just check out this big wall of accessories. Listen, most of it's buy one, get one free, which I think is amazing. Awesome. I mean, y'all, let me tell you, JBL is so on fire, and a lot of folks know the Eon series, which is their powered set of speakers. This is the Eon 12, which I absolutely love. Now listen, these things come in 250 to 700 watts of power, and now they have a matching Eon powered sub, which is so awesome. So if you have a mixer and 3 cables, you can have a full gig setup. And let's look at this. I mean, look at the durability. It's crazy how easy that is to pick up and take with you. Got a full crossover network on the back of it and an in and out line in case you want to have 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 or however many of these you want to have in a series. But listen, JBL has a 2-year warranty, 5-year warranty on their drivers. Now, this is an American company, which that's why I love to carry them. But listen, money-wise, $549 gets you a speaker that's almost indestructible. I mean, all the way down to the wire mesh on the speakers. So when you come into the music store in Macon, listen to these. Do a demo of the PV versus the Yamaha versus the JBL and pick which ones you like. Right now, you know, my country favorite, I got to tell you right now, is JBL. This series is absolutely perfection. It will take an absolute whipping. Now, they carry a series called Control also that's kind of like for the churches. I've showed you those many times. But the Eon series is a powered speaker that's built for impact in-your-face music. I love it. All right, in terms of a music store, guys, this is a music store in Macon, right across from the Macon Mall in the Olive Garden, and we do PA. We do guitars, we do drums, we do keyboards, right? We do lessons. We have an acoustic room where you can go in and try 14 or 15 different guitars to see what fits your fancy, right? We have bass guitars and electric guitars and microphones, right? We have surge protection, which almost no one carries. We have an entire wall of just cables to fit every one of your needs. We do hand make XLR cables if you need those built in. We do flush mount boxes for gigs and stuff. So when you consider what you're doing in the music world, and we do gigs, keep this in mind, we do full rental. Like if you need a full system setup for a party, for a wedding, for anything that you can think of, we come out and do audio and video, and we are completely competitive, and we set up and break down in our turnkey setups for audio video equipment. It's really amazing. Now, when you come out here, just come and look at the size of the store. It's a big deal. We try to fill this thing up to make sure you get the most out of your passion, and we are competitive. I will be any price, .com or not, or I don't care.com, or hey, I found it from my brother on so-and-so.com. If it's a true price and a matching model number, we can beat it every time at the music store, and that's how it's done. 1965 Ford Mustang, I do mean. Car came in a little bit rough. He said, man, I'm going to make this thing brand new. There's a huge history behind this car. We're not going into all that right now. Check this out. Now, we use a company called Classic Auto Sound. Now, check this out. These radios go in the dash without what they call molesting the dash. That's how all these crazy Fordalonians are. So this goes in the factory, but look, it even has text coming from, you see I've got his phone tied in because we're listening to the song, right? So you plug this in, it charges your phone, but you get to see what track you're on in the whole 9 yards. Now, sound quality wise, these things do the ticket. Now we put a lot of power in here. Check out the custom kick pods in the bottom. These are Alpine Type S speakers. They hold 150 watts of power. Check this out. Now you hear the bass. Now you got to see the bass. Hold on. We back off of a little bit. Check this out. Single 10 inch. This is a new series of JL called TW1. Check this out. My men came in and customed this to the max here. I love this. These woofers are super shallow, so they fit into a really small box, so he still keeps his trunk. These new JL amplifiers are 3-channel. Now what that means is it has a bass channel, it has a mids and highs channel, and it has a crossover network built into it. So this is all you have to have 500 watts of power in this vehicle. End of the day, he's lost no creature comforts, right? He's got the sound that the car deserves to have. It's all custom done. Everything is nice. All this has been recarpeted to look like kind of like a factory now look, if you will. And with that new radio from Classic Auto Sound, which we are a dealer for, the reason I bring that to you is why, is because if you have an issue, it comes with a 1-year warranty, and it's all in-house through Ken's. This is what these guys do. They are custom geniuses. You got to get inside the Ken's in Macon or Ken's in Warner Robins, because classic is what we're all about. Just to give you an idea, next month, that's what you'll see. Look behind you. There's you another classic. And I do mean, shall I say, Ken's does classics. Awesome. All right, now something new to our company is we now have a no credit check finance, and Anita, tell the details.
Well, what's great about it is you can get up to a $2,300 purchase. All you got to do is come see one of our specialists, and all you need to have is an open checking account and a job.
So if I have a job and an open checking account, I can get up to $2,300. I can come and buy whatever I want, from the music store to the audio, the video, the car stereo, whatever you want.
That's all you gotta have.
All right, she is one of our specialists who comes see Anita, and she'll get you rocking up to $2,300, no credit check. Awesome. Okay, Mastercraft ski boat. We love to do it. We do a lot of boats. This is Zach. Zach, just giving out. Let me tell you, she took this interior down to the skin, redid it. She wanted it to be black and green, and her request was, I want to do some lighting in green as well. But tell us how we got where we are now.
Okay, basically she brought us the raw pods and she said, I want green lighting. And I said, well, we're gonna do you one better. We're gonna do RGB lighting. So she's got every color, does strobing. These are hand cut acrylic rings going around the speakers to give us the light. JL Marines, great speakers. We've got Dynamat and polyfill in the pods so they can sound good. A lot of power.
A lot of power, so 1,000 watts of power, which is also JL does marine amplifiers. But when these guys get with the customers and the clients and say, hey, tell us what you want, they think so far outside the box, like you see all these cars and ATVs and all these things we do. I mean, these rings don't exist. He hand cut them to fit this can that she ordered from soandso.com, and then we put the good stuff, dynamatted them so they didn't have that crazy echo rattle and stuff. These are the M series speakers from JL, which are anywhere from $199 and up. But man, these, I mean, we don't ever replace them. I mean, we put them on Harley Davidsons, we put them in boats, we put them in anything that has to do with outside weather, and they handle themselves very well. Now, we rewired the whole thing. We've got speakers inside the boat, on top of the boat for the folks that are out in the water.
10 speakers in the
10 speakers in the boat. That is insane. That's in a boat, not in like a concert sound in a boat. So when you come in, talk to this guy, Zach. He runs these guys through all the 3 stores and does what he does, but he thinks outside the box, and that's why you get Mastercraft and JL Audio and Ken's Perfection. Awesome. 2012 Shelby GT500. I love this car. This is nuts. Even has the factory Recaros, which has nothing to do with what we do, but I just think it's the coolest thing in the world that you can get something this awesome in this car. Now, this has a factory radio. This gentleman came in and said, here's the deal. I want more sound, but I want to keep my factory radio. And as much as I begged and pleaded, he just said, no, I'm keeping my factory radio. And so what we did is we put in, JL makes this piece called the Clean Suite that allows you, and I'll show you that in a minute, allows you to make this sound as good as an aftermarket radio. Now, keeping the factory look, as you see, there's the factory door panels. We put in JL's new C3s. JL makes a few different series. That's their highest series. They run anywhere from $200 to $400, depending if you buy a pair or crossovers or components. There's a lot of different configurations, but they sound incredible. I've had them in a bunch of my vehicles, and I ran the absolute snot out of them, and they are nice. Now, I have a subwoofer in the trunk, a stealth box. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but listen at the sound quality. Listen to the clarity. Crazy. Good bass, good highs. I absolutely love music, and I'm telling you, that is the way music is supposed to sound. Now, let's walk to the back. Here we go. Check this out. Look at this. Hardly no trunk. What is that? 7 or 8 inches in the height of the sub. It's mounted to the vehicle. The coolest thing about it is it's not dangerous. If you get into an accident, it's just like Ford would have built it if they put a sub right here, but it sounds so good. Now, this vehicle doesn't come with a spare tire, so what we did is we put the Clean Suite, which is the piece that makes it sound better, and the JL amplifier underneath this where the spare tire would be. Check how beautiful that is. So this amplifier is giving the juice. This is a good 700 watts RMS of power that's running the vehicle. And these 2 pieces allow us to have a crossover network, an equalizer, and to make that factory radio have the crisp, clean highs that an aftermarket unit has. But look how beautiful that is and how clean that is. I love the way that looks. And look, you put it all right back to stock. It's insane how perfect this is, and this looks so good. End of the day, all of this can come back. So if he goes and buys him a brand new Shelby, guess what? We can pull all this out because no wires have been cut. It is a stock feel with the sound that you want. Shelby GT500, bravo to my man Zach. Stealth box, bada bing, bada bang, awesome.
Justin Jones here with Ken's. We are in a house that was built back in the 60s. We have all this great stuff going up here on this fireplace. Wait until you see the finished product. This is the part of the install where our clients always end up leaving the room because the room is a wreck. But here at Ken's, we always clean up after ourselves. And also I wanted to show y'all our weight test. So when you buy a TV from us, you never have to worry about it coming down and injuring someone because we always make sure that it supports our body weight always. So here's our weight test. Oh yeah, that does great with all 150 pounds of man. This is the finished product, and man did it turn out absolutely perfect. This is Sony's newest 4K, their XBR. It's been out for about 2 weeks. This is the first one that I've personally installed, and it absolutely floored me. Just how thin Sony made this TV. It is paper thin, it really is. This is our newest remote, great color screen, very easy to read buttons, One remote controls everything in this room, so you have no wires. Just an absolutely stunning, classic picture. Absolutely awesome.
This is Macon Charter Academy. This is the new school. These guys are just frantically trying to get this thing all finished up. I'm sure you heard the buzz out there is amazing of what these guys are doing. This is their auditorium / sanctuary. Now, the coolest thing about this is when you come in and it's a big giant room and then they bring your guys in like a little think tank and they say, here, tell us what you know, what is best for the room. And then we kind of get to do our magic, if you will. Now, this stage all done by their men and built, but we gave them all of the dimensions, everything we needed to be in place so that we would have plenty of access after the fact. We're going to have flush mount boxes on each end for them to be able to plug and unplug mics and instruments and keyboards and all the kind of stuff that comes with that thing. But it'll be metal topped. You've seen how we do them before where you can't damage them over time. Now, we are doing JBL's control series like I did at Martha Bowman. You know how good that sound quality was. But we're spreading them out. If you see, this room is like catty-cornered to the rest. So if I'm going to be able to hear, and I'm in the back right here and they're having a performance, and I'm back here, I've got to be able to have sound all the way back here, which we're talking 80 feet from the first person that's speaking, right? So we're bringing the control series speakers over here. If you'll see this big overhang that's hanging down, we're going to do control series speakers here on each end. And then right here in the center, we're going to do a 2-speaker cluster that feeds what I call the meat of the crowd, which will be right here in the center, everybody's favorite spot, right? Now, right now they have can lighting, which as you can see is the worst thing in the world. We're getting rid of all of that mess and we're going to do Chauvet LED, and I do mean, you remember, you've seen this where we do the multi-colors. They come in like 64 different colors. They're big 6- and 8-inch housings. And what we're going to do is we're going to have 16 they'll line up the outside, and we're going to take them along with these lines so it stays uniform from an appearance standpoint. And then we're going to have some up here in the ceiling that light up the wall. They'll be able to change the atmosphere of this depending on what it is. I mean, you can make it all red, all blue, all purple, multiple colors, make it go and do with the music. I mean, this is going to be a lighting fiasco, perfection, okay? Sound quality-wise, we're going to have 2 18-inch subs. We're going to have 10,000 watts of power. Now, video, I know you were fixing to ask that, right? Video, we're going on this wall right here. We're going to put a big honking screen on each side right here, one over here and one over there, and that way they can put anything they want, whether it be scripture or just plain old bulletins, or if they have a school meeting or a parent meeting or whatever, they'll be able to put everything up here that's going on. In the back, if you look up above that door in the very rear there, we're going to fire our own image up there, and that'll be roughly 150 inches big, and that way, when they have live performances and stuff from up here, they'll be able to see up there anything they want to do from a script standpoint will show up there. This is just one part of the phase that we've kind of been contracted with to do. We're doing their technology center, which is right over here. I can't show you that yet. It's not done. We're not even close to done yet. But we actually teamed up and donated a fair amount of the equipment in the technology center, which will be so named after us, the Ken's Technology Center, but it is going to be Mac Daddy 180-inch screens in the whole 9 yards. We're going to get there, but that's next month, so I just got to get you drooling a little bit. Macon Charter Academy, Sanctuary / Auditorium in Macon. This is going to be dynamite. All right, I want to thank you for watching the show. I'm telling you, Macon Charter School is dynamite. I cannot believe, I'm so proud to be a part of that and to be able to be a part of the work side of it and the donation side of it, because I truly believe that Macon is on fire with the way that they are blowing up and looking into how we take care of these kids. I mean, they're the future, right? And I'm not trying to get all crazy on you, but you need to find a fireman and a police officer and our mayor and hug all of them, okay? Because they're doing a fine job. I love it. The Mustang, I don't know what it is about Mustang. I love Mustangs. I can't tell you about that boat. It's hard to experience. If you see that boat, you need to get in that boat to experience how unbelievable those men really are and what they do. And of course, KB's downtown. How about a hidden treasure upstairs? I've already been up there and bought 2 pairs of shoes. That place is absolutely fantastic. I want to leave you with this. In Philippians 4:13, it says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And let me tell you, I know you've probably heard that verse, but you may not have jumped in and dove into that verse, but I'm telling you, that verse probably saved my life. God is good. Come see us at Ken's in Macon in Warner Robins.
Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
1965 Ford Mustang convertible. Bada bing, bada gang. Oh, Michael.